I'm here for day one of classes. I have no idea what to expect today, because yes, they sort of outline the classes, but you never know until you actually do them. So I'm here, I have a huge bag of stuff that I don't know if I need anything in there, but let's go! Ready for day two. I think today we might actually get to sew something. Yesterday was a whole lot of drawing. Today we have garment construction, which I assume for day one is going to be stitch this line, try and make it straight. But that's all we have all day. It's the only class we have today. So I'm excited to try it. Let's go. So we've done our first session of classes and I've just come outside where it's not air conditioned and freezing to find a nice grassy spot to have lunch. All we've done so far today is learn how to thread an industrial machine, because it's very different to domestic machines, as well as the usual first class safety and how we're going to go and what your assignments are. So that's been this morning. So lunchtime now. And then I might pop to the library to see what fashion books they've got, and then it's back in to actually do some stitching. I have 5 subjects all up over 3 days. Day 1 is entirely pattern making all day long. Day 2 I have 3 different classes, 2 drawing classes, one more of a design orientated drawing and the other is more trade drawing orientated and how to actually make a drawing look like you want it to look. As in, this is a gathered skirt, this is how you make it look like a gathered skirt. And our final class of that day is textiles, so learning all the different textiles. And I think I've gone too bright. It is currently raining and has been raining for the last 2 days. This is fun. There was better? Maybe. And then at day 3 is all sewing, so how to use the industrial sewing machines, the industrial overlockers, how to sew different kinds of seams, how to sew completely if you've never sewn before, which thankfully I have had some experience in sewing, so I kind of know what I'm doing. But there are some people in my class who've never sewn before. As to my experience, after week 1, I was very unsure if I had chosen the right course. Week 1 is always difficult, whatever you're doing, I think. If it's something new, it's hard. And yeah, you don't know anyone, you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you can sit, and yeah, and of course the classes aren't as interesting because you have to do all the setup stuff, like this is where you go to get this, this is where you go for this. And so end of week 1 I wasn't, sorry, no, cheeky, oh, I've got somebody trying to eat all my stuff over here. You're trying to eat all my schoolwork. Don't eat that. Where was I? Week 1, yes, no, don't make this another of those videos. But by the end of week 2, I'd sort of settled in, everyone had sort of settled in, you start getting to know people, everything's a little less scary and new. Where are you going, Flynn? So week 2 was much better. Week 3 I actually missed. I got called away for work, so I missed the entirety of week 3. So that was great, but I guess it's better to miss class at the beginning rather than sort of at the end when you're in the middle of get projects done time. So yeah. And then week 4 we actually started doing more stuff in sewing, so that was fun. Rather than just learn how to sew this seam on this tiny little sample thing, we actually, oh, let me get it, actually made something. So this is a bag that I made sewing class week 4. So it was, you know, learning how to attach a pocket, how to put trim on a pocket, how to attach straps with a cross hatch thing, pin stitch, and all that sort of detail stitching. So that was fun. So yes, by the end of week 4 I feel a lot more settled in and a lot more excited, and I feel like I am doing the right course for me. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you some of the other work that I've done in my other classes. So this one is my pattern making folder, and these are our little 3rd scale skirt blocks, which we are currently practicing and learning to do all sorts of changing. So this is the front of a skirt, and I've shortened it for whatever reason, I can't remember why. This is learning gathering amounts, I think. Yes, gathering theory, so adding extra fabric. And this was using the same skirt block but adding a gathered ruffle at the bottom and shortening it. So it's learning how to take this in and make it different things. So that's pattern making. This one is my textiles book. So we did some knitting, and then there's different types of fabric and a whole lot of swatches that go with the different fabrics. This one is my sewing book. So there's some overlocking, some test stitching, learning seams, more seams. Oh, I haven't done that one yet. There's some that we haven't done. This was a curved seam. So that's my sewing. This bag that I showed earlier. They actually make this bag specifically big enough that we can fit our A3 folders in. This is my design kit that I bought from TAFE. They supply, and this was just a little indicator because everyone gets the same kit, so you need to indicate whose it is somehow. And then in here we have Prismacolor pencils for drawing, 3 Copic markers and 2 fine liners. And then we also got 2 of these display folders. One is for design and the other is for technical drawing. So this is technical drawing. I was learning how to draw a flare. This was learning gathers. That's more flare. And this is not my work. I'm not... Oh. Yes, actually, that is my work. I thought that was the teacher's one. No, that is my work. Looks better through the camera. I like these pants. I want to wear these pants. So this was also learning to shade what we'd done. So that's gathers. That's a gathered ruffle. That's the same one, just shaded on the opposite side. There's pleats. Oh, learning collars. This was fun. I quite enjoy drawing collars. So this was just this week's class. And then this is design, not my drawings. So learning light and shade, shading a figure without outlining it so that you can still see what it is, and colours and colour theory, tints and shades, that sort of thing. And that's all we've done so far. I will say I am a little behind in this subject because of that week that I was away working. I am supposed to have a lot more drawings of clothing, but what can you do? So yeah, that's all of my work for 4 weeks of design school. And no, I don't have to take all of it every day, thank goodness. Excuse the new look. I went out to take Flynn for a walk, and it's still pouring down out there, but he was going mental running around, so it's a little wet out still. But yes, that is what I have done and learnt so far in my 4 weeks as a fashion design student. So far I am loving it, and this is a 1.5 year diploma course, but there is an option to extend 6 months at the end, so it's then 2 years and becomes an advanced diploma. I'm considering it. I know I'm only a month in. This could completely change and something else could catch my fancy. But at the moment, I'm loving what I'm doing. So yeah, keep following along if you want to see more of my adventures as I get into the more exciting stuff, hopefully start designing and sewing. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.